What's up? I realize there's been no sound the last few minutes, but that's, life in the Earl world. Uh, Laura, we don't do spam in here, baby doll. So you're going to have to stop that. Actually, I can Venmo you $35. What you have to do, though, is you have to super chat me $70. And then I take out 35. I have a $35 Venmo fee. So super chat me right now $70. It's very easy. And then I'll Venmo you 35. The fuck? The freaks are out tonight. You picked the wrong stream, honey baby, to try and rip me off financially. Yeah. Send me 50 and I'll give you 30. I gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. I mean, what is that? I mean, are people that dumb that they would do that? Come on now. Let's be cool. Be cool. Earl Skakel Live. We are in the Earlverse Monday Night Raw, whatever you want to call it. Welcome to the show. I don't know how long I'll stream for. This might be a 5-minute stream, might be a 5-hour stream. I don't know. And you have a lot of people streaming live right now. So if what I do is not for you, that's fine. We've got the great Patrick Melton streaming right now. I mean, come on now. We've got a Skid Row live downtown LA stream right now. We've got a lot of Minnesota LA riots streaming right now, whatever you want to call them. And we've got, let me see what else is. Not many Dabbleverse people streaming right now. That's a good thing. And we've got, let me see, we've got Kensington, Philadelphia, Cam 7. People just watching people on Skid Row has 238 people in here. That is mind-blowing to me. And I'm sure we've got some lower-level Dabbleverse freaks in the stream as well. I'm not sure where they are. And you know, it's not my job to promote their streams. Jake Shields has a podcast. Is Epstein alive? Is Epstein alive? Get the fuck out of here. And that guy's got 7.2 thousand people watching. I mean, I'm doing something wrong. That's for sure. So we've got other people streaming, but so that's it. If you don't like what I do, hey now. I stream JK. I'm a stand-up comic from Los Angeles, California. My stream is about everything and nothing at the same time. I literally just hit record and I stream till I want to stop. And so it's really you guys in this chat dictate what we talk about in here. But if you don't know who I am, which I'm assuming is most of you, Los Angeles comedian. You've seen me on Roast Battle. I am the voice of Tyler, the Creator's father, on The Jellies. And been on Netflix with Real Rob. I was on Showtime's I'm Dying Up Here. So I'm like the most famous unknown comic you've never heard of. Who's your favorite comedian? I mean, of all time, Don Rickles. Now, probably Jeselnik. But in full disclosure, I don't watch a lot of comedy. I do have a good voice. I am not the guy who does this, but this is just a little tasty. Usually I charge for this, JK, but I'll give you a little tasty. EA Sports. It's in the game. So, I don't know, Geneva, what that's supposed to mean, but, I am 57 years old, so there you go. I mean, stick that in your trophy case. Yeah, Don Rickles would not. I don't think young people would find him. Dennis Wolfberg, he was a trip. I mean, I like roast comics. So like Greg Giraldo, Jeselnik, Don Rickles, Foster Brooks. I mean, Don Rickles was ahead of its time. And I want to turn you guys on to his comedy album, but I don't know if it's on. There's no video, so let me see. Don Rickles, Hello Dummy. Is that, yeah, it is on. It's only like 35 minutes, but it's to me, it's the best comedy album of all time. So. Can I hire you to read my eulogy? Well, let's not think about your eulogy just yet. How about you're watching SportsCenter, brought to you by Smirnoff Ice, Mr. Skin Double-Headed Dildos. Oof, enough said. I like a man that has years under the belt. I got something under the belt for you. Hello, hello. No, I am old, Gina. 57 years old. Amazing, amazing. Keith Guth. What happened? What happening? Yeah, I mean, this is, I'm just jonesing right now for a little streaming action. It's 6:45 my time. Please watch my newest short. I would be a great Batman, but I'm not famous enough. Yeah, YouTube terms of service. I mean, YouTube got their crosshairs out on Earl Skakel, so I'm just trying to stay out of their fucking Mossad-like bots. No, I know Quinn. I've known Quinn a very long time. He's the true definition of a road comic, which is not an insult. You know, he grinds, and he's done TV. He's done a lot of TV too. So, but he likes to hit the road. Oh, thank you, David. Yeah, I mean, it's a true story. I saw them many years ago, and you know, it's pretty accurate. What's Matthew? Can I get in trouble for playing Don Rickles' comedy album? Maybe we'll just play the album. No, I'm just kidding. Does the Corvette come included? I don't. Geneva, you're losing me with some of your statements here. I don't know. I don't have a Corvette. Any upcoming? I'm trying to hit up open mics, but scared. I definitely got good material. Well, everyone thinks that until you get in front of a live audience. I did not see Jesse Lee Peters. I don't watch Jesse's show, to be honest with you. Upcoming. I mean, Kelly Ryan's very funny. Let me see who else. Her boyfriend, fiance, Bruce Gray, is very funny. I am a BMW man, but you know, I've had all kind. I've had a Dodge, I've had a Ford, I've had actually a couple Fords, I've had a couple Dodges. So you know, I just switch it up. You know, like I will be leasing a new car in about a year, a little over a year. I'm undecided. I don't know. I might get another BMW, might not. So we'll see what happens. But I don't watch shows where comics are on. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. You know, you guys might, you know, you could get people in a room. If someone's funny, you could bring in Republicans and Democrats in the same room and they'd laugh. You could get, you know, blacks and whites in a room, they'll laugh. I mean, I did the roast of Popeye from the movie Blood In, Blood Out, if you remember that movie. It was probably 200 gangbangers from different gangs, enemies. And for that 2 hours, there was a truce in the room of, we're all here for Popeye, because the movie um, Blood In, Blood Out to Hispanic, young Hispanic males, or like middle, like whatever that age is between young and middle-aged Hispanic males. The movie Blood In, Blood Out is like Star Wars. Would you co-host Two Bears in One Cave with Tom? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I haven't really spoken to Tom since I've been on your mom's house a couple of years ago. But there's not too many gigs I wouldn't do, to be honest with you. I love Benny Hill. That probably is a show that wouldn't get a lot of love today just because it was pretty raunchy back in the day. I mean, tits hanging out, asses hanging out. I mean, you're not going to get that on Channel 13. Well, I mean, yeah, there's no shortcuts to comedy. I mean, if you look at like Brendan Schaub, he took shortcuts. He didn't go up much other than big shows, which I guess I can't blame him for that. Um, and Rob Schneider's playing Magoobies here. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, Rob's a great show, to be honest with you. I don't think it was his first role. His first role might have been Death Wish 4, I think, where he plays one of the henchmen. I think he had one line in the restaurant when Charles Bronson is trying to sell him wine. Unbeknownst to Mr. Trejo, it's a bomb. So yeah, I mean, you should go see Rob Williams. He's good. Like, um, he's he I don't know if he talks about politics a lot in his act, but um, I know him and his wife are getting a divorce, so I'll guess he'll probably talk about that. Um, I don't think Benny Hill was Ozzy Osbourne's fault. I don't see a resemblance at all. Um, so yeah, Mackenzie, we don't do the Jesus stuff in here, so we're gonna send you to Patrick Melton's stream. That's Nobody Likes Onions. So please check that out, and it's worth it. I mean, he gives you a full. I don't know who his openers are. Might be still Jamie LaSalle, but I would recommend it. I mean, he gives you an hour plus of comedy, plus the feature act does 30, so it's worth it. And if you meet him afterwards, you tell him you know Big Earl. He'll talk an extra 10 minutes to you. So, I mean, I think the last Schneider gig I did, wow, I'd spent, I don't know how long. Man, maybe 10 years. I think Kay Lenz was in Death Wish 4. Yeah, Kay Lenz, it was, trying to think of the bag. No, I don't think Kay Lenz was in Death Wish 4. Wasn't she in 3? What's the one where he starts killing all the rival drug dealers? That was Death Wish 4, wasn't it? So, okay, Kevin, I don't know what that means. Some of you are just type in some random stuff, and I have no idea what you're talking about. But I'm glad that you are in the stream. And if you are new to the stream, please hit the like and subscribe button. Yeah, we definitely need more Paul Kersey's in the world, but it's a different time. And with all the cameras around right now, it'd be pretty hard to be a successful vigilante. I mean, there's just, everyone's got a Ring door camera. There's intersection cameras. I mean, you literally could not get away with anything. Yes, I believe that was Death Wish 4, William Zoom. I think there were 5, if I'm not mistaken. But he also did one that probably could have been a Death Wish. It was called Kumite, Forbidden. It's about him and sex trafficking, vigilante. It's kind of like how The Gauntlet, was basically a Dirty Harry movie, but for some reason his name in that movie was Ben Shockley. So Death Wish 4 is my favorite. Great group of bad guys. And John Ryan, he was a good bad guy in that. And then he started, I think, doing movies with Jill Ireland after that. Like, what was it? He did the one where he was the bodyguard for the First Lady, and oh, you mean the what are those? The guys who wore the red hats, Guardian Angels or something. Um, yeah, I mean that was New York City in the '70s was wild, man. Um, that was quite an era. But I mean, I don't know if I'm cool, but I'm pretty nice. I do eat eggs. Um, Eggs are very good for you when you're trying to pack on the muscle. Yeah, he did. Let's see. Let's look up Charles Bronson. Now, I had an incident with Charles Bronson where me and my brothers um, hit golf balls and bottle rockets. We let off a bottle rocket that went into Charles Bronson's backyard. Um, and I climbed over the fence to get it, and then Charles Bronson and I think they were his sons um, all came out to with pool sticks, and that was the end of Death Wish: The Face of Death, 1994. Interesting. So I guess there were six. Let me see. Okay, so he did Death Wish for the Crackdown, which is the movie I was talking about. Messenger of Death, Kinjite, Forbidden Subjects. That was the one where it was basically Death Wish. And then Death Wish, The Face of Death was in 94. Um, so, um, he got paid $5 million for Death Wish, Face of Death. Interesting. Um, Died of lung cancer. I mean, he did smoke a lot. Um, so, yeah, that's Charles. When you're looking up Charles Bronson's IMDb, your stream is the real deal. Mm, he appeared in Sky High, the Bronsons, he called them Trump Rocks. No all caps in here, Rob Banks. 5 was the last one. Lois is sleeping on her bed. And Charles Bronson was supposed to be the Lee Marvin part in Delta Force. Yeah, I got suspended for 24 hours for something I'm still not sure. I love The Perfect Weapon. I think that was, they were looking for the next Seagal, Van Damme, and I don't know. I didn't think Jeff Speakman. It's not like he couldn't act at all, and he is a master in Kempo karate, like legit. So I'm not sure why he didn't have. Let me see what Jeff Speakman did. Yeah, I don't know. They said I showed something I shouldn't have showed. Kiss's song "Love." They said I showed that, but I didn't. So, and they were very I love Top Secret, one of my major comedy influences, because I love that style of humor. I like the first Fast and Furious. I kind of checked out. I mean, the second one was okay, and then I don't think I ever saw another one. I saw like bits and pieces of it. I didn't see Tokyo Drift, and So all right, let's see. Jeff Speed. Oh, he didn't. Oh, he did 23 movies. His last movie was 2006. Let me see. So let's get to all of his movies. I mean, um, he was in Lionheart. Interesting. I did not know he was in Lionheart. And a year later, he was cast as The Perfect Weapon. And I think in Deadly Outbreak, Plato's Run, I thought that was Plato's Retreat. I think, um, let's see who was in this. Wait, Ron Silver. Oh, so he was in a movie with Ron Silver. I mean, that's a pretty big movie. Um, so, I mean, I don't know. He's kind of a good-looking guy. Just didn't, I don't know, didn't catch on. And then by the time, 92, 93 was coming around, I think you started to see like the action heroes started morphing away from Schwarzenegger, Stallone, Seagal, Van Damme to like the Matt Damon types. Yeah, 100%. What up, Buddhist Priest? I've never seen Joe versus the Volcano. Are you going to play? I don't want to get clipped. William Zoom, can I play just a quick Don Rickles clip? Yeah, Thomas Griffith would have been great. I'm not sure. I think he got disillusioned with the business after the Karate Kid 3. So I don't know. And he's a legit. I don't know what his specialty is in karate, but he's legit. I mean, you could see in the fight scenes in Karate Kid 3 that he was very good. But, he kind of just. If it's under 7 seconds, yeah, it's definitely not under 7 seconds. So check out, if you look up Don Rickles' Hello Dummy, check out the first clip. It's 35 minutes. It's my favorite comedy album. You can tell it's been edited a little bit, like, because it kind of jumps around a little bit, but it's definitely a very good comedy album. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's look up Thomas Ian Griffith here. Now, I believe he got his start as an extra in a pool scene in one of my favorite Miami Vice episodes, Phil the Chill, with Phil Collins and who else was in that? I believe Kira Sedgwick. His best known roles include Karate Kid Part 3. He wrote over 60 episodes of Grimm, so, he definitely went behind the camera for a large part of his career. Trying to see if they give his martial arts background. I mean, he definitely has a big IMDb page, so. Well, I mean, he was in a movie, James Earl Jones, Burt Young and Lance Henriksen. What was that? Excessive Force. I mean, let me see. Let me see what Behind Enemy Lines. I mean, he's had a nice career, but yeah, I'm wondering if he had an audition for The Perfect Weapon, because he totally fits that kind of Jeff Speakman-esque. I'd be interested to see if he was. Let me see. Here's another movie he was in with R. Lee Ermey and C. Thomas Howell. Interesting. So he had actually a nicer run than I thought he had. So what's up? What's up, Ruby? Ed O'Neill was awesome in Miami Vice. So, I mean, damn, he really did have a lot more movies than I thought he did. But let's see, maybe Behind Enemy Lines is the movie I'm thinking about. Chris Mulkey. I mean, damn, Chris Mulkey's been in a lot of things. Maybe the most, prolific character actor ever. Earl, Dan Hedaya. I mean, I don't know him, but I know who he is. Yeah, I mean, Ed O'Neill was awesome as the rogue DEA agent Artie Rollins. I'm surprised they didn't bring him back. Maybe he got too busy with Married with Children. No, no, Married with Children hadn't started yet. But sometimes they would bring um, people back. I know that the episode where what was it, where they were, I think it was season 4, when they were cryogenically froze the Jamaican singer Robillard Nevin. They were going to bring back John Glover's character, Miami Steve Duddy, and in 1988, he was probably doing the Chocolate War, so they brought back Izzy instead. So yeah, I mean, Dan Hedaya is another one of the most, I guess you would call him a character actor. Also great in Commando, one of my favorite Schwarzenegger movies. Now, here's something interesting about Commando. I don't even know if William Zoom knows this. You might notice in Commando, Vernon Wells' outfit is very tight on him. And that's because it was made for the great character actor, maybe the greatest B movie actor of all time. Wings Hauser was the original choice for Bennett. And I would have loved to have seen that. And apparently, after like 1 or 2 days of filming, they decided that Schwarzenegger was too big. The size difference between him and Hauser was too much, so they went with Wings. They went with Vernon Wells. So, yeah, Tubi has some great stuff. But I would have loved to have seen Commando with Wings Hauser. He's got that psycho like type character. I didn't think he was that small in like Vice Squad, but wait, who died? Steve Stevens died? No, he didn't die, did he? Um, yeah, I mean, let's. Please tell me you're kidding, Tara, because I know Steve Stevens and he's a great guy. And really, not that much. I mean, I don't think Steve Stevens died. Oh, yeah. I mean, well, that's not the one Steve Stevens gave me. Um, oh my God, thank God, Steve Stevens is still with us. Um, R.I.P. to two Steve Stevens ray guns. But I'm not. That's a very interesting because I didn't think Wings Hauser was that small. I mean, I'd be interested to see who was bigger, him or Bennett. Now, Bennett might have been a little more muscular or whatever, but okay, here we go. So here we go. Trivia on Commando. Vernon Wells wasn't the original actor cast to play Bennett. He did audition for the role and lost to Wings Hauser. On the first day of filming, however, director Mark Lester fired Hauser and hired Wells. This is the reason that Bennett's clothes seem so tight, because Wells was bigger than Hauser and the production didn't have time to make a new costume. Over the years, a rumor has developed that Wells originally auditioned for the part of Matrix, but this is false. Ray Don Chong nailed her audition, was given the role on the spot. Let me see. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Ray Don Chong shot a love scene, but it was deemed unconvincing and was dropped from the movie. Vernon Wells described his look as Freddie Mercury on steroids. Schwarzenegger and Vernon Wells have remained close friends since the movie. This is director Mark Lester's favorite movie of his own. Interesting. Oh, there was supposed to be a sequel. Originally, it was scripted that the movie would end with Bennett fleeing from the island on a speedboat with Jenny, while Matrix chases them before Matrix and Bennett would engage each other in hand-to-hand combat on the beach. However, it was dropped due to production running out of money. Interesting. There were 54 stunt performers listed in the credits, 17 more than the actual cast. John McTiernan was offered the chance to direct the film and turned it down. Interesting. Interesting. While filming, Schwarzenegger would run 3 to 5 miles a day, pump iron for an hour. Dan Hedaya was afraid to shoot guns. Interesting. Wow. Schwarzenegger received $2 million for the film. That's not that much, actually. The watch worn by Schwarzenegger was the Seiko, an analog digital model measuring 45 minutes. Oh, interesting. Oh, this is interesting. Thanks for clarifying that, Tara. Winona Ryder, Shannon Doherty, Elizabeth Shue, Drew Barrymore, Jennifer Connelly, and Patricia Arquette all auditioned for the role of Jenny. Oh, interesting. During Bennett's entrance at the docks, the fisherman on the boat greets him with, "What do you say, Wes?" Wes was the name of Vernon Wells' character from The Road Warrior. Alyssa Milano had been working on the film. Oh, interesting. Originally, the studio executives did not want Schwarzenegger to talk. Nick Nolte was the original choice for John Matrix. I did not know that. The total number of kills in this movie, 81. Now, here's something interesting. William Zoom might like that. Screenwriter Jeff Loeb originally wrote the script with the intention of having Gene Simmons play Matrix, but Simmons passed on it early in the development stage. Loeb then wrote the script for Nick Nolte in mind as an out-of-condition former commando. The storyline concerned a special forces agent working in the Middle East. I can't see Gene Simmons as Matrix. So wow, this is very interesting. Wow, this is I've never no yeah, I mean Jennifer Connelly, I mean that is hot. I would not have minded seeing her in the role, but Winona Ryder, I mean she could look like the daughter. I could see that. So very interesting. Wow, this is the most amount of trivia I've ever seen for a movie. I had no idea about the Gene Simmons part. And I'm wondering why Wings Hauser was fired. I mean, they say it was because of the size difference, but I want to say Wings Hauser and Schwarzenegger were relatively the same. No, Wings Hauser and Vernon Wells were relatively the same size. But what the hell do I know? Earl Skakel in your house, Zang in the house. If you're on Wikipedia, just remember that can be edited by anyone. No, I know, but I mean, I could see. I really can't see Gene Simmons as. But I will say this: Gene Simmons was very good in Wanted Dead or Alive as a terrorist. So maybe I could see him playing a terrorist. but I can't really see him in any. I don't know. I don't know. Yes, that's the funny thing about Wikipedia is that anyone can. I mean, I could literally go on Commando's page right now and edit it. So, Earl Skakel in the house. You guys be chilling right now. Thank you very much for tuning in. I know it's late on a Monday night. Earlverse Part 2. You guys are soldiers. Are you not entertained? I'm entertained by you guys, yes. So, thank you very much. Let's see what's going on live right now. Of course, we won't be clipping any more war scenes from Minnesota or Los Angeles. That's too controversial for this channel. I never had any problems on the Skid Row. And a lot of these live videos from Minneapolis aren't live. They just say live just to get people going. So, yeah, I mean, Los Angeles is live. Let me see what this looks like. Police scanner live Los Angeles. This could be good. Yeah, I don't watch Kill Tony, so I don't really care who. Whoa. I don't really care who was on it, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm just not a Kill Tony guy. And I've been on it 6 times. So, there's that. I never had a good time, to be honest with you. I wanted to give actual comedy advice. And I love Rick Ingraham. I just don't like Kill Tony. I mean, I just think it's a horrible show for comedy. But I do understand why it is successful. It's the same thing as why Roast Battle was successful. It was just, it's bottom of the barrel humor. And I don't know. I don't really have any... I don't really have any Chris Jericho stories. I mean, I met him once at the Comedy Store. I walked up to him. I said, "Hey, Mr. Jericho, and he stopped me and goes, "I know who you are. You're Earl Skakel." And then I just walked away. So that was pretty fun. I don't know. Yes, the ban has been lifted. I mean, I've seen Chris Jericho. I think his band, I want to say his band opened up for Motorhead at their Wiltern show, but I'm not quite sure on that one. A very nice guy. He's a cool guy. I mean, he's just a big Kiss music fan like I am, so we bonded over that. And, he's definitely one of the top. I don't know if he would make anyone's Mount Rushmore of wrestling, but he's certainly, he's done everything you can do in wrestling. So, you've got to give him that respect that he's been there, done that. The Good Brothers. Yeah, they, New Japan. I mean, they went to AEW with Omega, and then, I don't know. I mean, they really weren't used that well in WWE. I think they're back in AEW, someone said, but I haven't seen them, so I don't know. No, I just, I probably should have stayed and talked to him. I saw the Kiss cover band at the Vegas Shindig. Yeah, I mean, he gets it. He's just a happy-go-lucky guy, and like he gets to live his fantasy of being a rock star and being a pro wrestler. Steve Guttenberg, here's a little unknown fact. His very first role was in one of my favorite guilty pleasure movies of all time, Roller Coaster, when he had a non-speaking scene when he walked in and gave Richard Widmark some papers. Um, Roller Coaster, you might know, was the first movie to be shown in theaters in Dolby surround sound. Unfortunately, I believe it also had the misfortune of being released the same weekend as Star Wars. So that was kind of a bummer for Roller Coaster. It's actually a pretty good movie. A nice, good cat and mouse movie, if you will. I like the first couple Police Academies. I think I walked out of the fourth one. Um, so, um, we've got, okay, this is not live. Yeah, he definitely made some movie money, those Three Men and a Baby movies. I mean, listen, he's had a nice long career. I mean, it's slowed down a little bit, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've heard that rumor. I mean, Vince strikes me as the guy who a hole is a hole. Um, so I don't, I mean, in pro wrestling, those guys are so fucking horny. I could see them fucking anything, anyone, and anything. I mean, when Vince McMahon is shitting on someone's head to get off, that's a sign you've pretty much run out of things to get off on. But I mean, who knows? I mean, in the '80s, I mean, you got to understand. Like when I go backstage at AEW shows, and obviously it ain't the '80s anymore. They still are. Tons of fans are doing anything they can to get backstage. So, you know, didn't Jericho marrying the money? I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, I mean Pat Patterson. I mean, no one really speaks out about him, so it's a little weird to me. I mean, he was kind of like the Epstein of the wrestling world in terms of his allegations. I mean, what a powerful guy he was. I mean, I think he was McMahon's right hand man and the booker of, he had influence. So, um, definitely unfortunate that a guy like him was in power. See, I don't count that Vince as NWO. There's one NWO, and that was at Bash at the Beach. Um, Mr. Mom, that was Michael Keaton, I believe. Um, was John Belushi murdered or accidentally killed? Well, I mean, you can't do the cocaine he was doing. I think he got a hot shot from that girl, and I don't think he was murdered. I mean, there's really no reason to kill John Belushi. I mean, um, so Dr. Nova in the house. Yo, 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 yo. I mean, every NWO stunk after the original three. When they started adding, I mean, I could see maybe adding the Giant. Yes, Mr. Nanny. That was kind of cool. But then, when they're adding Scott Norton and Virgil and Horace Hogan and Buff Bagwell and Six Pack, I mean, it just was too much. What a, but I will say one of my favorite um, saves is when Sting came out of the crowd and all the fake Stings were coming in, and then the real Sting puts Buff Bagwell in a hold. Um, yes, Roller Coaster follows the storyline of Timothy Bottoms, who had never played a bad guy before. He was always like the father or the good-looking neighbor or whatever. He's blowing up roller coasters all across the country, and George Segal is the guy responsible for chasing him down. And it's a great psychological thriller. Great cast. Richard Widmark, who is like one of my favorites. So interesting. Well, thank you, Caretaker, for hitting the like and subscribe button. We're a small, friendly stream, and we just like to get along in here. Of course, we get some trolls. That's part of the nature of the worldwide internet. I mean, I like Steven Seagal's like first two movies, and then I think when he did that one movie on Deadly Ground, when he was like a fucking environmentalist, it's like, okay, this is a little whack. Yeah, Zeus, the great Zeus. What up on the 14th at the Ukrainian? Oh yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there at the. I'm gonna be there in the front row. I've already bought my ticket. Um, it's a great time, Lala. You'll see a lot of famous wrestlers who are what they call independent wrestlers. So you're not going to see John Cena, but you're going to see like guys like Speedball Mike Bailey. Yes, that was Under Siege 2. What was her name? I forget her name, but I think she was a Playmate and also in Baywatch. Donica, not Donica. Yeah, I mean, she was hot. You'll have fun. I mean, it's GCW shows or a little bit of everything. I believe Sting was in Thunder in Paradise. And it's great. The crowd's really into it. And the wrestlers interact. The wrestlers fly into. I almost had my fucking foot broken the last time. A guy did a moonsault, and I moved, but the chair leg was still on my foot, and all the guy's weight went right on the chair leg, and my foot hurt big time. So you got to move. Like if you're in the front row, you have to watch the show because they fly into the crowd, and like it's pretty much all hands on deck. Yeah, Sting. I think they fancied Sting maybe as a successor to Hogan in action movies, but he did that one movie with I think Gabby Reese, was it? And it just didn't do well. And I don't think Sting was the greatest actor. I think his character is a little more. No, this guy was pretty big. Sting's I think reserved and quiet. Not great qualities you want in an action hero. So he didn't. He had a great look, especially when he was in like the Blade Runners with the Ultimate Warrior. But he just, I don't know, acting's tough, man. Especially if you're an action guy, you have to have a persona and a character that's larger than life. And although Sting at times was larger than life, I don't know if he had the personality. Sting is definitely not 4'3". Suburban Commando. I mean, Hulk Hogan's movies were so bad. I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, No Holds Barred wasn't awful. I mean, it was what it was given the time. But man, his movies were bad. That's why. I mean, he makes The Rock look like De Niro in Taxi Driver. I met the Hacksaw Jim Duggan at the Comedy Store. We were all like, "Oh, come on, dude, just do it once. Just do it once." And he just looks at all of us, Hinchcliffe, me, Simone, and goes, "Ho!" And then we all left him alone. JYD, he was a very controversial figure in Mid-South wrestling because he was the good guy. And most everyone told the head of Mid-South, you can't have a black guy in the early 80s as a good guy. So supposedly Rock is great. Rock wasn't in the Von Erich movie. Check Volt. So, I mean, he was passable in Rocky 3. I mean, he basically just had to, they needed anyone to pick up Stallone and look big. Oh, yeah, I heard, I didn't see Smashing Machine. I just think, it didn't do very well at the box office. Kind of a very similar vibe to Sydney Sweeney's movie where she's playing Christine Martin. Nobody knows who Mark Kerr is. I mean, and I just think, obviously, The Rock has a young fan base, but I don't think that fan base was motivated to see a movie about Mark Kerr. I mean, there's very few UFC fighters you could have a movie about, even if someone like an A-list actor like The Rock is um, in the lead role. It's just they're not interested in the subject. Just like, Sydney Sweeney is probably the hottest female actress right now in terms of her name. That's the girl with the big tits. But she was playing Christy Martin. I mean, Christy Martin is that is the female Mark Kerr equivalent of, you got to be a real fan of women's boxing, of which there are not many, to know who she is, to want to get you to go into the movie theater to see it. I thought it was a good movie, to be honest with you. I liked it. But I also know who Christy Martin was. I wasn't a huge fan, but I at least knew who she was. By the way, I did see, Bobby the Brain Heenan. My favorite manager, I'm going to go a little off the board here because everyone could say Bobby the Brain Heenan. My favorite manager was Gary Hart, not Jimmy Hart, Gary Hart, and not the politician. Yeah, Chrissy Mayer. What the fuck? That's a Dabbleverse on the brain for you. Chrissy Martin was a badass, but I just don't know if there was enough there for a full hour and a half movie. I mean, what's the payoff? Like, to me, I'd like to see a movie about Ron Lyle. There's a human interest movie that you almost don't even have to know who Ron Lyle is, and it would be a good movie because Ron Lyle, served 7.5 years in Colorado State Prison for murder. He learns how to box in prison. He comes out. He almost beats Muhammad Ali. He almost beats George Foreman. Beats a prime Ernie Shavers. Then his boxing career kind of went downhill a little bit, I suppose you'd say. And then he murders another guy when he was a security guard in Vegas. So, I think there's a movie there. I mean, the payoff is he ends up where the movie started, back in prison. So, the Grand Wizard was good. The Wizard, I think they call it. I don't think he was the Grand Wizard. I mean, but at least with Ron Lyle, there's a payoff of, his life story, and Chrissy Martin. I don't know what the payoff was, where you would want an hour and a half movie about it. And if you could get you'd have to get. I mean, Ron Lyle's a pretty big guy. He's probably about 6'2", 200, maybe 220. So you'd have to get someone, Michael B. Jordan. I mean, although they don't necessarily look alike. It's. I mean, I have Ron Lyle's book. I haven't read it yet, but I'd like to read it. The Wizard was great, and when you consider that he was Jewish and gay, and being in backstage in pro wrestling locker rooms in the 70s, the shit he must have heard. He probably was not out. And the amount of times, good question, Anthropoid One. Good fucking question. I have no idea. So the amount of times he must have heard the piazza word and, probably insults towards Jews. He must have just had to sit there and take it. But I'm just a big Gary Hart guy. He should be more known. I mean, he's definitely in the upper echelon of managers, although a lot of his best days were in world-class championship wrestling and other local venues, I guess you would say. I mean, they're about the same size, to be honest with you. If she could grow out the mustache a little more. I mean, Ron Lyle was jacked. They say urban legend is, now I don't believe this at all, but I guess he had the time to do it, is that he did 1,000 push-ups a day in prison. So I did feel managers are a lost art. I mean, if you look at the managers today in wrestling, you've got Stokely Hathaway. I mean, he's pretty good. I just think there's too much Don Callis on TV. I mean, how many people are in his fucking faction? Like 15? It's just too many. I mean, they're like at an NWO level of, people. And who else? That guy, the hype man in AEW, Alex Abrahante. I mean, he I don't know. He's okay, I guess. I'm trying to think who else. I mean, Jake the Snake was, I think, Hangman Adam Page's manager, but he doesn't seem to be in AEW much anymore. So yeah, I mean, a good manager, a good heel manager, it's a lost art. Um, so yeah, Cowboy Bob Orton, Ace. Um, yeah, I knew a guy, Rod Martin's brother, Ricky Martin. Rod Martin is a famous linebacker on the Raiders. I knew him at my gym, and he went. I forget why he went to prison, but he came back like he looked like the fucking ultimate warrior. But now I don't think they have weights in the prison yard because prisoners could use the weights as a weapon. So, um, I mean, Foreman was a tough dude, but that's what makes the Ron Lyle fight so impressive. Is I think Lyle knocked him down 3 times. Like that's prime George Foreman. And it's my favorite start of any fight where they walk to the center of the ring and Lyle is in his fucking face, man. And you could tell he's like, bro, I've been in prison for 7.5 years. You don't scare me. And you could tell that kind of threw Foreman. It's like, oh shit, no one's ever stepped to me like that. Yeah, I mean, Heenan was a great manager. Slick was a good manager. Fuji was awesome. Harley Race is a underrated manager. Known mainly for his wrestling, but who was he? I think he managed Vader. That was a good pairing. Mr. Wonderful was a great heel. Okay. But I mean, I can't believe 1,000 push-ups a day. But he did look jacked, Ron Lyle. So I can believe it. I mean, one of maybe the greatest power puncher of all time. I mean, I know that's certainly debatable, but Mac 10 always staying on topic. It's just a random NWO. I only recognize the first 3 in the NWO. I don't recognize the red and white or black and whatever. Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton agreed to testify on Jeffrey Epstein. Watch out. That's going to get good. I can't wait for that. So that's about it, guys. I think we've done our daily duty of multiple streams. Interesting. Razor Ramon was great. Yeah, I mean, Harley Race it's not someone you want to, not really a guy you want to get mad. I mean, he was legit tough. I think the rumor is when Hogan came to town, Harley Race brought a gun to the ring and was going to kill him. But no, I don't think Clinton's going anywhere. But that'll be good television. That'll be good, as they say, good drama. Which you know me, Zoom. I'm all about the drama. So that should be interesting. All right, you guys. I love you all. You guys are soldiers in the Earl Army. I appreciate it. We'll stream tomorrow at some point. Eric Carter, love you, buddy. I'm going to the gym to work out. Yeah, I mean, Harley Race was, those wrestlers in the 70s and 80s, they went hard. I mean, it was just a different era, man. So I love you all. Earl Skakel in the house. We'll stream tomorrow, probably around 4 p.m. West Coast time.